you recently sold your real estate portfolio. Is this because the government is making it so hard to make money in real estate? That's part of it. That definitely played a factor there. I don't like what's going on in Canada. I don't like the inflation we're experiencing. I am concerned of hyperinflation or stagflation. I'm concerned of the economic pressures, right? I'm concerned about how addicted to cheap debt our entire economy is. And honestly, I didn't want to participate in it anymore. And I did well for myself. And again, this is going to sound like no true Scotsman sort of argument or something like that. But when I was doing it in real estate, I literally felt like you could have a good business plan and make money doing it. Now I feel like those with good business plans almost suffer more than those that are just gambling speculators. And while again, like all the power to you guys, if you guys want to go invest in real estate, I'm not saying you shouldn't. Again, I think that lots of people will make lots of money in real estate this year and for the foreseeable future. But for me, the biggest reason why I sold all my real estate is because I wanted to focus on fighting what I consider the culture wars. That's me creating the maple pill. That's me. I'm putting together. It's taken way longer than it should, but I'm putting together a script for a cartoon show that I'm going to self-fund, right? An animation. At least the pilot episode. Maybe we'll try and do like something to raise money, or maybe I'll just get addicted to wanting to make more episodes of it. I want to help. I want to write books. I want to help others write books. And I really just want to help push the cause of liberty, individual freedom, and sovereignty in Canada and across the world. And for me, it was going to be difficult to do that while also having my real estate portfolio for two reasons. One, dividing my attention. And the other reason is essentially when I've got business partners, when I've got mortgages or loans at banks, again, we're already seeing the government cracking down on what they believe to be bad actors, freezing their bank accounts and shit. What would happen if I was a front spokesperson for the trucker convoy and all of a sudden they decide to freeze my assets, right? Or if the banks all decide to call my mortgages, that would put me in a terrible, vulnerable position. It would, harm any business partners that I had or anything of that nature. So, honestly, I'm probably not going to make the same amount of money as some of my peers that continue in real estate. And that's not me throwing shade at anyone. That's just me looking at it openly and honestly and with, no goggles on. And I'm okay with that because literally for me at this moment in time, what's more important to me is making sure that my nieces and nephew are able to grow up in a version of Canada where they can still succeed, where they can still take on risks and receive rewards for doing so, where they still exist in a meritocracy, right? The rewards, the bold, the passionate, the hardworking. And honestly, right now, the trajectory we're on, I don't believe that that's going to be the case unless more of us stand up, more of us focus on fighting this culture war. I've gone on tangents about in the past, so I won't take too long here. But understand that politics is actually downstream of culture. So the only reason I believe outside of those three politicians I named earlier, we see any politicians now standing up for freedoms and being anti-mandates and anti-lockdowns is simply because they understand that the political tides are shifting. They're seeing that, oh shit, it looks like we maybe pushed the plebs a little too far, and now at least more than a fringe minority of them are upset. And I want to help encourage and empower more individuals to speak out. And so that's the main reason that I got out of my real estate portfolio. I hope that makes sense. It wasn't too rambly.